A strong and independent woman is something to behold. She pays her own bills, buys her own things, and she doesn't let a man affect her stability or self-confidence. She is a soul-rich woman. Are you ready to be rich doing what you love? Be on purpose and in control of your life again. At For Women Who Love the F Word podcast, we will be openly talking about getting more clients online, getting recognition as the leader and female entrepreneur, and also the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. It's time to own and love the F word. Welcome to the show.
I'm Janet Aisyah Quek, and in this episode, I would like to share with you my success in launching the podcast. The podcast has impacted my life instantly in 2020. I truly agree that a podcast is not only about building online presence, but most importantly, online credibility and recognition. I realized that my message has impacted more people than I ever thought it could. I even have my ex-colleagues who commented on my post that my episode was so inspiring and motivating, and looking forward to listening to my next episodes. Another ex-colleague also commented that she admired my passion for public speaking, and I have my secondary school friends want to get to know me better by listening to my first few episodes that I've shared on the Facebook. My youngest son was so excited and was the first to listen to the first two podcasts when it was launched and wanted to listen to more episodes. He asked me, when will be the rest of the episode be ready? He can't wait to listen to them. He got to learn about my childhood experience and asked me why that I had to go through what I had to go through during the childhood, and it was not a good childhood experience. I have never shared with them on my childhood experience. My eldest son also saw the effort I put in preparing and being so determined to complete the 55 episodes, and together doing with him, sitting to each other while he was doing his revision and homework. I am able to connect with my family on a deeper level, sharing when they saw how enthusiastic that I have been working on it with continuous late nights. My husband also showed support by driving me to do my live recording on some days. My good friend told me that she's so proud of me that I completed my podcast, and everyone that I met for coffee or meals will ask me about my podcast experience. I did not have a business to start with, but the launch of my podcast series provided me online presence and was approached for business opportunity, as I was seen as doing something different. Usually, whatever I post on social media will have only few likes. I got over 90 likes for my first post and over 60 posts subsequently when I mentioned about completing my 55 episodes. Many of those whom I did not contact for a long time, and some were my ex-company's general manager and deputy general managers who will also like my posts, and this means that they notice what I am doing and listening to my podcast series. When I got to know about this Instant Leader podcast, I took a night to think about it if I would like to launch this, and I decided to go for it the next day, and that's how I started it instantly. Initially, I thought to myself, it's not possible to complete 55 episodes in such a short period of time when I was struggling to start the first episode, but I did it. Anything is possible when I cleared my limiting belief and trust the team to do the rest. It took me some time to think about completing the 55 episode, as I do not have any business at that point, and how it was going to help me. From my past experience, I know that it will open doors to more opportunities, and so I went for it. It has transformed my learning process. Even when I attend interviews, I remember the structure, and through the podcast series, it has taught me to speak in a structured way where I will talk about the key takeaway and my learning experience. I believe in investing in education, and because of my financial literacy that I have gained in the last 15 years of investing in education, I have already spent quite a lot on my children tuition. That's what I was thinking over the last few years, especially in their critical years. And I think it's time to start investing in myself again. I do not have any income since August 2019 as I left my corporate job to care for my late mom before she passed on late November 2019. I would be spending on my savings, which meant that I have to cut down on other expenses, so to invest in myself. I then thought that I really want to achieve my dream of being an entrepreneur, and first I got to invest in myself and be willing to commit myself and put in the hard work. So it was a money issue. And when I realized that what I have experienced in the past when I have spent and invested in myself, I actually can earn more the moment I build my reputation online. By showing up and having my voice heard, people will come to know who I am and what I stand for, and people will support me. More people will get to know me and my brand, and once I start my online business, people will like to invest with me because they can see how authentic and courageous I am. It was like when I first invested 6 times more my salary in Quantum Lead by T. Harv Eker program in 2007 using my credit card and took 2 years to pay off. I have earned back what I have invested and much more within 3 years of my career progression. At first, my husband was worried that I'm not earning yet I am spending on these programs before I can see any instant results. But I told him that it is important to build my branding and also for future online business that I'm going to embark on. Since I'm available now, it'll be best time to do. Otherwise, there is never a good time to start. Best is because I have the choice to do it now, and with my husband's support, I am able to have a breakthrough, and it has also influenced him to see things differently about the power of online presence after I completed 55 episodes in 48 hours. At first, I don't know how to go about it and what I needed to do, but when I started immediately, the moment that I've signed up, Janisha and Joanne explained to me that they will support and guide me. I just need to follow what they require me to do. Having the whole So Rich Woman team put me at ease knowing that I just have to focus on my script and they do the rest. I just need to share my posting and recording on weekly basis without worry about the technical part that I am more at ease. Another issue I had was time. Though I'm not working at the moment, but I have to juggle between attending to children, new business opportunity, and going for job interviews during this period. I have to commit to complete 55 episodes. But because I believe in the importance of doing the podcast and in the urgency of doing now rather than later, I was able to make my own arrangements, do it when having the momentum, so that things could be done even I had to rush for another appointment after the live recording. Initially, I had difficulty writing and composing my message, and I was very nervous when I started recording. I was very stiff and sound weird when listening to my own voice and video. But because Joanne was there right me to cheer me up, chit-chat with me and encourage me, I successfully did it. My mentor, Janisha Alora and James Wee, will be there to periodically encourage me every time I made some improvement in my progress in recording. And the next few episodes were a lot easier than the first. I managed to do without full script after my 25th episodes. On top of all these issues, I had fears on the outcome of my podcast. How will people react? Will they be inspired? Or will I be criticized as I was not active on social media before, and those little voices in my head that we normally face when doing something for the first time? I may be experience working in a corporate as a director in human resource, as a speaker, as a trainer and facilitator in leadership development and talent management. But I'm not sure about podcasts, as this is really something new to me. But it has been my dream to reach out to millions of audience, not only in the company that I work in. I took action in spite of fear. I was also feeling anxious about sharing my stories and being truthful about what I feel deep inside. Initially, I thought about what I should not share, but realizing that this is me and people hearing my story deserve a real deal. I still went ahead with everything that is coming from my heart, the understanding that my intention is to share and inspire and not to criticize or destroy other people's lives. It gave me the courage to go out and do the podcast. Recording the episodes also requires a lot of time and effort. I got tired. I had to use up a lot of energy thinking of what to say and sitting on the table typing for hours and hours. I spent less time with my children during the preparation, and my youngest son once fell asleep while waiting for me to complete my script. He commented I did not spend enough time with him during that period. I was trying to complete my recording and scripting to keep the momentum. And there were a few tasks I had to set aside just to give priority to my podcast. But now I see this to be my big lesson in life. If you want to succeed in anything, you have to stay focused, remind yourself why you first started, make it happen, and you have to set it as your number one priority. For me, once I had the momentum, I completed it and I get to spend more time without thinking about the podcast script and recording and spending more time with my children now. Having launched the podcast, I am also anxious about what will happen next. Then, by going back to understanding my intentions and reminding myself why I started, that this will be about doing something positive for me and for others. And by knowing that I have a strong team of soul-rich women to support me, my worries are all gone and controlled. I got a message from a friend saying that she admired my passion in public speaking that spurred me to work hard to complete my 55 episodes sharing my message, as the world needs more people like me who will come out and share their messages as well. So having your family and friends to support you in what you are doing and giving you the understanding of the journey you wish to embark on is already a great encouragement. Not to mention that having the Soul Rich Woman team is your rocket launcher. Knowing that you have people behind you who will look after your best interests and follow up on you so that you don't fall to the little voices inside your head. Therefore, I believe that no matter how good you think you are, you need a team who can support and guide you. But most importantly, people who know what they are doing. The Soul Rich Woman team makes you feel you are family and they have got your back every step of the way. Having launched my podcast in less than 7 hours, boosted my confidence to a higher level and received so many positive likes and comments online, even with friends I did not chat for years. I feel that I just won over my fear of doing something new and being judged for my result. I feel that I'm also blessed to have crossed paths with Soul Rich Woman team who could help me make it possible. Launching the podcast made me happy that I was able to share my message so instantly to the public without having to wait to write a book, and it gives me an instant sense of fulfillment instead of waiting 1 year for a book to be published. I also believe that exposure is magic. Now that I have exposed my story, I realize that people are actually appreciating my courage and be a leader in a trend that not many are doing it big. Had I continued to hide under my fears and worries, I would not have touched people's hearts and most importantly, my family hearts. I have also proven that it is never too late to learn something new, even if I have to put in extra hours to learn the how. But having launched it gave me a lot of satisfaction that I started something, though it's not perfect, and a truly good feeling that I have overcome all obstacles and I succeeded in my efforts to get better after every episode day by day. When we raise our voices together, the words woman power become more than just a phrase. It becomes a movement. Know that your dreams are valid and on your path you are never denied, only directed. It's time to get your voice heard. Do check out my link in the show notes on how you can become an instant podcast leader like me and connect with me at social media links. I look forward to connecting with you online. Thank you for listening. Sending you my love and wishes.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored that we are connected, and I hope that I can continue to serve you as you build your dreams. And if you love this episode, and I hope that you did, rate it 5 stars. Give us that glowing review because it will help more women around the world finding the Soul Rich Woman podcast. Alone you are strong, together we are unstoppable. Now share this with every woman who needs it, because this is how we are changing the world, one woman at a time. As always, get out of your comfort zone and go towards the dreams you've always wanted to achieve. For women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My dear soul rich woman, sending you my love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.